And we are back with more breaking news out of the NFL today, as is expected, as we are only a week away from the start of the season. And we will begin with more Khalil Mack news, as the trade has officially gone through, and the Bears promptly signed him to a 6-year, $141 million extension, making him the richest player in defensive history, $90 million guaranteed, with a $60 million guaranteed at signing. He'll receive 155 million over 7 years. And this, yeah, that means, yep, everyone knows that it was going to happen. It seems it was going to happen. Um, there seems to be a problem within the Raiders organization that the owner did not seem too excited about moving on from Khalil Mack, but John Gruden is fine with it, as he seems to be on the notion that they can save money on one player's expensive contract in the exchange for building a stronger, more diverse roster with more players. And I guess that is his prerogative, as Gruden is going to as a long haul and going for the long term play. Again, now, as I predicted earlier, Khalil Mack's contract does in fact beat out Aaron Donald's brand new contract. So Khalil Mack, 6 years, 141 million. And the Raiders, this is the terms of the trade. The Bears received Khalil Mack, a 2020 second round pick, and a 2020 conditional fifth round pick. The Raiders got what they wanted in two first round picks in 2019 and 2020, and a 2020 third round pick and a 2019 sixth round pick. Everyone thought the trade was going to be a bit more juicy for the Raiders, but it seems as though they have gotten completely screwed, and they gave them a second round pick and one of the best defenders in professional football. So we'll see how this ends up affecting the Raiders going forward. And say the Bears do very well, this could end up being two picks within the top 20s. So let's see how this ends up looking for the Raiders. In other news, in more Raiders news, they have cut Martavius Bryant, who is apparently facing another suspension. We'll go into for what in a moment, but he has already been cut by the Raiders after he was signed just this offseason. Yeah, and wow, he's probably about done. The wide receiver was released by the Raiders on Saturday and is facing yet another suspension from the league pending appeal, sources told NFL Network insider Ian Rapoport and NFL Network's Mike Garafolo. Bryant was informed recently that he is facing another ban, his third in just 4 seasons. Wow, that's not good. He's going to be Bryant's time in professional football might be running out. A third suspension could sideline him for another season or longer, depending on the severity of the infraction. It is unlikely another team will invest the time and money, much less a third-round pick, in the near future on the embattled wide receiver. And he was reportedly suspended for violating the league's substance abuse policy. Uh, yeah, that's this is gonna end up really sidelining him for a season and maybe more, just like it did to Josh Gordon. So let's keep an eye on that going forward. And Nick Foles has been named the starter for the Philadelphia Eagles outside of Week 1, and that is because Carson Wentz has not taken a snap since tearing his ACL and LCL in Week 14 of the 2017 season. They are being very cautious in a long-term approach to Wentz's return to the field. So we will not be seeing him anytime soon, it sounds like. But sorry for the silence. It sounds like they might think he'll be back within the first 6 games of the season, but that means Foles gets to be the hero and returned to his home field. Foles will return to Lincoln Financial Field a hero. The Super Bowl 52 MVP will be making his first regular season home start since leading the underdog Eagles to its first Super Bowl title over the New England Patriots. And he will be facing the Atlanta Falcons, as it sounds. So good for Nick Foles. Congratulations. You will be starting at quarterback this week when the regular season kicks off. Let's see. And now some more news. End of an era. Cowboys released their best kicker in franchise history, Dan Bailey. Robert Griffin III makes the Ravens 53-man roster. Steelers cut quarterback Landry Jones. Raiders acquire quarterback A.J. McCarron from the Buffalo Bills. Rashard Perriman has been cut by the Baltimore Ravens, former first-round pick. Bengals released 10-year veteran Michael Johnson. Patriots have cut Mike Gillespie in favor of Jeremy Hill for the backup role. Vikings cut defensive end Brian Robinson. And that seems to be... And the Lions acquire offensive tackle Corey Robinson from the Lions. Corey Coleman will be released from the Bills. And that sounds like that will be all for the news. Thank you. Have a great day. Thanks for listening. Like the video and subscribe for more content like this. Have a great day.